Deadly flooding washing out roads and causing buildings to collapse in West Virginia. This is America's Morning Headquarters. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams alongside meteorologist Jim Cantori and Jordan Steele.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Search and recovery efforts continue. The region bracing for more rain this week.
Yeah. Tomorrow looks like the wetter day, if you look at it. And then we have to deal with thunderstorms on Wednesday and Thursday, some of which could be severe.
That's right. Look at this.
In addition to many other places that'll be in this. So a very active week once again. All hazards are in play here. Big hail, wind, and of course tornado.
We saw 90-mile-an-hour winds yesterday, hail, 2.5, 3 inches, one tornado reported.
Minneapolis very much in play today.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So be ready.
All right, so we got the heavy rain that's triggered catastrophic and deadly flooding.
It just keeps getting shoved up and over this high pressure. That's really going to be directing traffic all the way into the weekend. Our ridge in the southwest gives us the heat, directs the storms up and around it into the plains and the Midwest, and then that ridge eventually is going to get all the way into the northeast, bringing the 90s with it. But let's talk about the storms in and around Minneapolis. This could be very intense for us. As yesterday, 60, 70, 80, over 90-mile-an-hour winds, hail the size of baseballs. And notice this line right here. This is going to be bad. This could cause damage. This could take down power. This could cause issues with cars, siding, trees. Very strong winds. We could have hail out of this and blinding rain. That blows through in a couple of hours. Then we get a little bit of a break here. Omaha, Sioux Falls, Fort Dodge. We will see a line of storms come in around 9 o'clock. Getting ready for bed, not the best time to be showering, maybe shower, bathe a little earlier. 6 around to the evening hours doesn't look as intense, but we could certainly see some very heavy rain with it. And you'll see more rounds coming through even into our Wednesday morning. How about as we look here along 80? North Platte over into Grand Island. I know I said that wrong. Grand Isle. There are your storms coming down, and everything basically is going up and down and around. So storms are going to be moving southbound here, a little bit of an easterly jog as well. And you can see we'll have multiple rounds coming through. How about Wichita in and around Kansas, east of there, west of there? We get storms as we head into early Tuesday morning. That's when they're going to blast through. So that could slow a run, getting ready for work. That could mess you up. And you can see there's another line here as we head into our Wednesday morning. Same as we look into the Black Hills here, South Dakota, Rapid City, Sundance, Wyoming. Very nasty line coming through as we head into the evening hours. It'll be quieter overnight, but it'll still be wet on the roads. Tuesday, that ride home from work could be definitely on the sloppy side, a little bit on the wet side for us here, and it lasts until early Wednesday morning. How about Wyoming? I haven't been to Wyoming in a while. It's a great state. Casper down into Cheyenne. The highways are going to be dry until we head a little bit later in this afternoon and into the evening hours. That's when we'll see some of those scattered storms that are going to breeze on through. And again, remember, all of these storms here do have that chance of getting to a severe limit, Jim, which is 58-mile-an-hour winds or higher or hail an inch or more in diameter.
Yes, they do. Speaking of Wyoming, Abrams, Wyoming's neighbor, Colorado, A-Basin, just closed their ski resort.
Just closed it, yeah. A-Basin's always one where people like skiing in their bikinis late in the season. It's always very fun.
Isn't that crazy? They just closed. All right, let's talk a little bit about time. Steph?
Oh, yeah, yesterday 2.5 to 3 inches.
Right.
Let's take a look ahead in the T-Mobile coast-to-coast forecast and give you a sneak peek at temperatures in your area as you plan your travel for the week ahead. Summertime is here for most of us. Doesn't feel like summer in the Northeast. Look at these temperatures, but don't worry because these temperatures are headed in your direction. First, we've got to get through some showers and some thunderstorms. This all sticks around into tomorrow, including that cool air in the Northeast. As we head into our Wednesday, though, look at things starting to warm up here along the East Coast, staying hot in the west for us. Thursday, we have a bigger line of storms that will be making its way eastbound here. And really behind this is where we see those temperatures jump up. Look at New York. Deadly flooding washing out roads and causing buildings to collapse in West Virginia.
That's crazy.
Terrible. This is America's Morning Headquarters. I'm meteorologist Stephanie Abrams alongside meteorologist Jim Cantori and Jordan Steele.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Search and rescue recovery efforts continue. In this region, though, you're not necessarily done. You've got more wet weather that's going to be moving through this week.
Yes, and severe weather may be an issue with that as well. Okay, and it's not just West Virginia, but we go back into Kansas City, Wichita, Minneapolis today, right? All
yeah, they could have huge boomers.
We got a lot to talk about.
And then a bigger system that comes Wednesday into Thursday. Finally, a more well-defined kind of piece of energy.
Right, which breaks the heat in the west. but it starts, really unleashing everything eastbound.
Yeah, it does.
Check out the heavy rain that did trigger the catastrophic and deadly.
And we are going to continue to see big thunderstorms. And I want to now focus a little bit closer into a few select cities and show you their forecasts, like Minneapolis. Now, by the way, essentially from Chicago, where we're over 6 inches below average on rainfall, Chicago and the kind of north of Minneapolis and west, we still have drought. And really kind of from Chicago back to Nebraska, the whole state of Nebraska, very, very dry. We need the rain. Minneapolis about 1.5 inches below average. We could certainly make that up with the rain that's coming through. And you'll get a couple rounds here in and around. These coming through, though, are going to be ones that could take down power. We could see trees coming down. You could have damage to your home, damage to your car. So if you know anyone in this vicinity here, the northern side of I-35 and Minneapolis around 3 o'clock, hopefully there's another round. I mean, we've got multiple rounds, and these are definitely going to kick off the wind and also hail. So we're in for a wild afternoon and evening here into Minnesota. That's going to blow through. At least at night, we'll get a little bit of a break. Down into Nebraska. As I mentioned, really Iowa and then the entire state of Nebraska, very dry, so we could use the rain. Unfortunately, we are going to get it with some severe weather, winds. By the way, winds yesterday, we saw them over 90 miles an hour, hail up to baseball size, 2.5 to about 3 inches I saw. And we could get that again today. It's going to be our biggest threat. We had one tornado reported yesterday, and that's how it'll be. We've got the jet stream, but we don't really have this big jet max with these super strong winds coming in. We've got winds, and we got some places where there are some peaks of wind, but we just don't have that super good setup in the atmosphere for tornadoes. Grand Isle here, if you're riding along 80, we're also dry. We're about 4.4 inches below average. Notice the storms kind of dropping south, big high pressure over the southwest, directing everything up and over it from that Montana area yesterday to down in the plains as we head through today and also into our Tuesday. But Jim, a lot of these places could actually use the rain, obviously not with the severe weather, but we could actually use some of this moisture.
Yeah, this is a spot that